Hi there, welcome to my channel. My name is Kelsey and I'm going to guide you through a quick yin yoga practice that you can do in the morning. These are some of my favorite poses to do first thing in the morning, and I should also disclose that usually when we wake up, no matter if we're doing our practice a couple hours after we've woken up or just as we've rolled out of bed, we're usually a little bit more stiff in the morning, so it's important to go easy and to avoid pulling or pushing ourselves deeper. That's really what the yin yoga practice is asking us to do, is to just let gravity pull us into these poses and to watch our body open up over time. And so just for the sake of time, we're not going to be holding the poses as long today, maybe just like 2.5 minutes or so, but we really want to prioritize being still and focusing on our breath. So it's also like a nice meditative practice at the beginning of the day. So without further ado, let's get into it. Coming into tadpole, which is extended child's pose. Widening your knees apart, big toes touch, hips sit back towards the heels. The wider that your knees go in this posture, the more you're going to feel a sensation of a stretch through the inner thighs and the groin. And then we can just walk the arms straight forward, lowering forehead to the mat, and starting to soften into this first pose. And so this is a wonderful pose to do right when you wake up in the morning. It's a very gentle way to open yourself up to the day, and like a gesture of turning inward before you turn your awareness outside of yourself. Just starting to check in with how you're feeling this morning. Is there anything that you're still holding on to from overnight, from yesterday? Or maybe your mind is more so moving towards what's going to happen today, what plans you might have. And just observing what's going on, what are your tendencies. And as you observe what is going on internally, you might begin to cultivate an intention for your day. Take one more breath in here. And exhale, soften just a little bit more. Next inhale, lift your head, look forward, and then we're just going to slide all the way forward onto our bellies for Sphinx pose. It's a nice counter stretch for the back, opening more of the front of the body now. Shoulders are underneath your excuse me, elbows are underneath your shoulders. And you can start to sink into the support of your arms. Let your head be heavy. Soften your glutes. And once you feel like you're at your edge in the pose, returning to your breath, sensing the breath as though it's coming in through the base of your spine. And same thing as you exhale, imagining the breath leaving through the base of the spine. Continuing to cultivate your intention, using your practice to set the tone for the rest of your day. Take another breath in and out. From here, we'll slide our hands under our shoulders, press down to roll up into table again, and then just swing your legs around to one side. And we'll come into what is called square pose in Yin Yoga, or fire log, Agni Sambhasana. So really, because we're practicing Yin, you could take any cross-legged seat with the right leg in front of the left, or you could stack your right leg on top of your left. So for me, I have my right ankle on top of my left knee, and my right knee on top of my left ankle. And then from here, we're going to take a little twist over the right knee and the right thigh, walking your hands away from you. And this is where I like to have blocks nearby, so that's why I brought them to my mat today. If you have them, you're welcome to bring them in. Otherwise, you can just keep your hands down onto the floor, and over time you might be able to bring your forearms down. And once again, head is heavy, really prioritizing softening. This is one of my favorite poses to do in the morning, even though it's really intense for me. I just find that it really opens up all of the spaces that get tense whenever I sleep at night. Taking another breath in. And as you exhale, lifting your head, pressing the floor or the props away, coming back to upright. Before we do this on the other side, let's lean back onto the hands and extend the legs out in front, just to let the body feel a sensation of neutral and to stretch out any tension. I like to tick-tock my toes and bounce out my knees. And then we're going to do that same thing on the other side. So if you took the cross-legged seat, you're just going to make sure that your left leg is in front. And then if you took square or fire log, this time your left leg is on top of your right. And I have my ankle over my knee and my knee over my ankle here. And then we're going to twist over towards the left a little bit and fold over that left thigh and left knee, letting the head be heavy again. Right away, softening into your edge in this pose. One more breath in and out. We'll use the next inhale to start to lift the head, slowly rising up. And just like we did before, you can uncross, lean back onto the hands, and shake it out. Pointing and flexing or tick-tocking the toes and the knees. Or maybe just literally shaking your legs. And then one more seated pose here. We're going to just take caterpillar. It's a straight-legged forward fold. Again, it's normal for the body to be tight. I want you to avoid pulling and pushing yourself deeper. Just right away, start to lean forward. Start to let your spine round. You might like to stack blocks underneath your forehead, or in my case, I'm just going to place blocks right beside my legs and let my elbows rest there. And I like my palms to be face up just so I'm not tempted to be pulling myself. Head is heavy. This pose is really good for opening up the muscles along your spine, as well as gently opening your hamstrings. If you're ever feeling too much pulling in the back of your neck, in the space between your shoulder blades, you can always stack the blocks under your head or even use your hands to support your head like this. And over time, that pulling sensation will lessen. Take one more breath in here. And then as you exhale, press your hands into the blocks or into the floor. You might even walk your hands onto your thighs and slowly roll up, moving very mindfully. From here, if you were using props, move them out of the way. Let's come down onto our backs for our last yin poses, not holding these as long as we did the other ones. Making any little adjustments as you make your way down here. And we're just moving into a reclined twist. Really, you can do any reclined twist that you like and that feels good for your body. But I'm going to pull my left knee in, extend my right leg long, and then I'll guide the left leg to the right and reach my left arm out beside me. Again, you can do a twist that feels better for your body. And twists are just a really nice way to open up and wake up the digestion, stretch out the back. Even though we're not holding this one for as long, just trying to soften while we're here as much as we can. With your next inhale, let's roll towards the back again, releasing that twist on the first side, pausing in a more neutral position, maybe this constructive rest pose again. And then let's just twist to the opposite side. For me, I'm pulling my right leg in, extending my left leg long, and then guiding the right leg towards the left, opening the right arm out. Using every exhale that you're here to soften and let go a little bit more. One more breath in, and exhale, return to your back. And just take a few breaths in either Shavasana or constructive rest, not taking a full-length Shavasana today, but just giving ourselves a moment to be with the effect of the practice. Check in with how your body feels and reflect on your intention. Just a few moments here. And then roll yourself over to whichever side is most comfortable for you. I'll meet you in a comfortable seat. There's no hurry. And sit up nice and tall whenever you get here. Take these last couple of breaths to feel gratitude for the practice and gratitude for yourself for choosing to show up. And with this gratitude in our hearts, palms come together in front of the heart space, Anjali Mudra, closing with a chant of Om. Wherever you are with your breath, take an exhale to empty out the lungs. Inhale through the nose and exhale to chant Om. Thank you so much for being here this morning and sharing your practice with me. Please let me know how this class went for you in the comments down below, and also let me know what your intention is for the day if you feel comfortable sharing that. And I hope that we can practice together again very soon. Thank you again. Namaste.